All right, let's talk about the PS5. Boys.
I'm realizing the picture on your card matches your shirt.
Oh yeah, because it does.
Bank card.
Oh yeah, kind of. It goes well with it.
It aesthetically matches.
Yeah.
Kyle knows.
I definitely think if I was an anime character, I would be obsessed with space.
Me too. I really like your card. I want that. It's such a cool. I want that design. It's cool.
And I remember my dad just
thought we were gonna get matching hentai covers on our bank card. That'll be $3.18. Sir, I'm not touching that.
Well, I guess I'll do it myself. Like, I just. So yeah, it's I don't know if you could get it like because my bank at Redacted is has it, but I don't know if your bank which is Redacted has that.
My
Redacted
bank had a select amount of pictures.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Mine didn't. They didn't give me an option. Well, it's for a debit card, but I feel like it wouldn't matter. Like,
if you're the Redacted one at in the town I used to live in, by my house, then
Oh, I know that one.
Then they just gave you the yeah, it's by your house too.
They're gonna buy all our houses.
It's by our house,
right? It's like,
but
right.
we all
yeah. Yeah, they only give you a redacted color.
You can say the color.
No, because then people are gonna know which bank it is.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
that infographic tells me exactly that it's redacted.
Yeah, it is. It does though.
It's funny too because as far as I was gonna say until we mentioned space, they had no idea what was on Kyle's shirt or that his card aesthetically matches it.
Yeah, so I can mention that because I mean the shirt is like you know. So I have Mario Kart up on for the screen for this Arenacast because
we're going to be talking about Call of Duty.
Yes, because it's for the most known side game. So because it's the most known side game, we're going to talk about games that we would like to see like in a different light, like in a different like genre of stuff.
Side games.
So like for example, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Pokemon Ranger, like that type of stuff. Link's crossbow training.
That is an interesting game. It's certainly there.
So my first one I want to bring up is, and there are two of them that I could bring up with the JRPG genre, so I will because we don't have lists. I'm literally just going off the top of my head, so I'm going to bring up one, and so which one? Because it's not a video game, so I do want to just get this out of the way because we're trying to do video game. I mean, we're not trying to do video games, but like it's supposed to be about video games, so. The first one I do want to bring up, because I don't think it's been done, or if it hasn't been done in a while, is I would love to see One Piece in a JRPG genre setting. Because you could tell all of the story of One Piece, or at least bits and chunks of it, like how you do maybe Pirate Warriors. And I think it'd be like really cool with like the cutscenes. And you could delve into the story a lot more and do side quests, even in an action RPG. Like how DBZ Kakarot was. You could do.
Isn't the new game action RPG?
Which one?
The most recent One Piece game.
Warriors?
No. The
World Seeker?
World Seeker.
That's not good.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but...
And it also has nothing to... No, but I would like it to be like with the story of One Piece.
Right.
Not just like some weird arc that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Although, however, if it wasn't like,
Isn't that Wii one like really well like received though? Didn't like the Wii one like a lot of people like?
I don't think it has to do with the story.
No, but like the game is like fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah, right. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that too. I really want to play it, but I think it's like it was only in Europe, so we never got them. At least the second one was.
Yeah, it was really hard to find. Like, because I remember
it's probably harder than Xenoblade.
Yeah, because I remember when I first got a Wii, like I wanted to play that game so bad.
All right, Neil, let's do a blind versus of it. All right.
Sure.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
be done one day.
We'll do it after Berseria. What?
Unfortunately, Xenoblade is too easy to find now.
Yeah.
True.
Mine doesn't have art on the box art, yet everyone else's does.
But I also want to do a versus with you on Kiseki as well.
Oh, we're doing that because okay, side note, we are going on a tangent real quick. That's the thing we talk about. The musical. Brandon doesn't think it should be a punishment that we should just all watch it.
Oh.
And I think it should be a punishment because...
It's the same thing anyways.
What musical?
Oh, there's a Cold Steel musical?
Oh.
Really bad.
Yeah, but
They're never good, so.
Brandon thinks it's good.
I mean, he means it ironically.
Hot take.
But,
Yeah, and he's just like, it shouldn't be a loser challenge, and I'm just like, but I need to think of these loser challenges.
No, just make it a loser challenge, because no matter what, we're all going to watch it.
Exactly,
that's watching. It's going to be on the TV.
But, like, and the thing is like, when we're all together...
No, I won, so I'm not doing it.
Like...
No, the punishment of the loser is that, like, we're all going to sit through it, because if it's me and Neil, obviously we're not going to just let the other one suffer in silence.
I'll go in the bathroom.
So the only thing that's changed...
Like, go to the room.
The only thing that's changed with the loser challenge is that I'm allowed to... like, let's just say Neil wins, right? Because that's what's probably going to happen with Kiseki.
You don't know that.
I don't really care in the first place. But, like, the only thing is if Neil gets up, we don't have to pause it. But if I get up, we have to pause it because it's my punishment. I have to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just everyone's watching it anyway, so it works out.
It's like, but everybody else could talk about whatever they want. I still have to watch and read the subtitles and whatever. Like.
Would there even be subtitles?
I'm assuming that's...
Who would Mad Men would sub that?
Well, I think Brandon, like, probably watched it like that.
Maybe.
Although then again, he is like a Japanese student.
Yeah, but
so
I mean,
I know.
I think he just watches a lot of anime too, which helps. So yeah,
that's true.
Because I can like understand what's happening.
So
I don't want to. Think about it like that. For everyone else, if they look away, they don't know what's happening. But me, I can hear it. I'm like, I know exactly what's happening. It's like
they can taunt you now.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
It's not just noise anymore. It's words.
Exactly. I can understand.
Purpose.
But yeah, like pretty much. I just think One Piece, like, and I understand World Seeker, whatever.
Yeah.
And we got on that tangent of it. I just think, like, as a turn-based JRPG, it would work better, because then you could have, like, a lot of the crewmates trying to help with, like...
It's just Luffy in that game,
a mob boss. Yeah, it's just Luffy. Which,
lame.
and you could play as Zoro in one of them. You play as Law and I think Sabo. But they're DLC missions. I have them because it's sold bad, and I got it for $20.
Yeah, you bought the deluxe version
for $20.
Yeah.
Just saying. Like, that's terrible. Like, that's terrible. Like, that was, like, what, 6 months later? Terrible. Like, you know it's a bad game if that's the case. Like, DBZ Kakarot, still, like, 40 when it goes on sale.
To be fair, though, it's Dragon Ball Z. So it's like,
sure.
I feel like if One Piece had the same level of, like, notoriety as DBZ, it'd be a similar thing. People would just buy it, because it's One Piece. One Piece isn't as popular here.
And whenever they have the Big in Japan sale, it's always One Piece Pirate Warriors 4.
Yeah, because, like, that's actually a good game for, comparatively to.
So, I would personally just, like, and I get it, there's a lot of arcs to go through, so maybe only do either maybe the first couple and just go to Alabasta, or NL, or just do the first half, which is...
East Blue, and then, like, New World.
You could do, like, maybe not just East Blue, or you could do East Blue and, like, New World, and then you could have, like, a sequel game, if this one does good, of, like, the New World stuff with, which is, like, Fishman Island, and, because there's a lot more story with it, so there's probably a lot more places to go, so you could do it, like, so you could do that, too.
It would be the coolest thing for One Piece to get a game like that, because, like, the world of One Piece is so
like, the
awesome.
world with One Piece, and imagining, like, you know how DBZ Kakarot has, like, a bunch of, like, characters that are, like, from the original Dragon Ball, or, like, they just have, like, side quests in general. I think, like, while you're on an island and just being able to do the side quests and just expand the story, I'm nutting at the thought. Because, One Piece...
I just wish they would do that. It's like just Bandai Namco, too. They could do it. They have the money. They just don't want to. Like,
Bandai Namco, we'll get to it with our next video, which they won't see for 2 weeks, because I will be uploading the top 10 games after that. It's gonna be hot takes. So I think, like, an anime, video game hot take I'm gonna have is Bandai Namco does not make that many great games. Because they make a bunch of the anime games.
That's true. They do that.
They make the phone games, which are absolutely not good.
Well, I mean, they make, like, Tales of games.
But they also make Tales of.
God Eater. They did.
I forgot about God.
Yeah, I mean, Bandai Namco has a lot of good games. Like.
Okay, I might have to change my hot take.
Isn't Tekken also banned on Namco or something?
I hate you.
Yeah. It's like,
I hate you. Anyways, let's move on. I'll have to take a re-look at all of the games.
I'm like, Namco's not trash.
I'll move on.
Yeah.
Their anime
You guys-
department.
you guys-
Fine. New hot take. Their anime department's lazy as fuck.
True, but like it's anime, so of course they're.
The Naruto one.
Yeah.
The Jump Force.
Oh my god, Jump Force.
Anyways,
So
what were you gonna
bad.
say?
No, I was gonna say, you guys hear about like the Capcom leaks?
What?
In the news for this month.
True.
So
I guess
we will
I'll
talk about it.
Let that go. I'll tell you later.
So yeah, there were like a few leaks about certain things. We can talk about it in the car when we go
Yeah.
get food. So my second game is also a JRPG, and I would really like to see this in the sense that like we're getting Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
I would love to see a game, a Zelda game, that you could just like flesh out Hyrule in like an action RPG or like turn-based RPG. And I'm gonna call on you after I'm done explaining.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry.
Because you lead into a point I want to make too.
Cause I feel like it'd be so cool to have like that story Zelda game to see like Link
I agree.
and Zelda and like other characters, and they don't have to be like the champions of Hyrule. It could literally just be like people you like get along the way, and then you have to beat like this big evil Ganon.
You know, it's like, I
That'd be,
feel
like, so
Nintendo's
cool.
capable of telling good stories. They just don't.
They
Like, they
just
can't.
Choose not to.
Yeah. It's like,
Well-
look at Majora's Mask.
Well,
So-
they're average. Yeah, well, they're
And
average.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah, and Twilight Princess. Like, bro.
And I just feel like I'd say Prime 2 is a pretty good story, like Metroid
Yeah,
Prime.
although that's not Nintendo, that's why I didn't think it. 'Cause
Oh,
Retro's too-
true, you're right. And like
Nintendo's just giving them permission.
Basically, yeah.
And so, and like, yeah, like that, like, I would love to see that, like, Link and, like, imagine, like, in like, with all of the dungeons, like, maybe you'll get, like, a party member, sure, but you also get an item from those. So, like, Link gains a new power, which is, like, he gets the boomerang.
Game, though? Wouldn't this just be a main... It sounds like a mainline...
Well,
thing.
it's
like
a
saying
game-
like an RPG style.
Oh, okay.
So you're like
The game,
standing
like-
there gaining stats.
I got you.
And like, instead, and, like, everybody, like, when they level up, they gain, like, a new power, and maybe Link does that with his sword, but it would be very cool, like, the mechanic of that game is, like, he throws, like in the first dungeon, he gains the grappling hook, so he could learn, like, new moves with the grappling hook. So, for example, like, maybe he, like, when he uses the grappling hook, he pulls them in, and he, like, slash, and he could then, like, use his sword, or he could, like, pull, or he could, like, throw them, like, with the grappling hook. I think
the
that'd
way
be cool.
I imagine it is just running around through a normal 3D Zelda game, but instead of just smacking an enemy with your sword, you touch them and it zooms in, and then they meow.
How
and then,
cool would that be, though?
And then they all kind of run up there and they do the little.
Yeah,
Is that what you were
I
gonna
don't-
bring up?
No, but I do want to. You can go back to your stuff. I just have a really quick tangent.
I just want to say how cool would that be, though?
It would be pretty cool.
Like,
I would
like,
that.
oh!
I just feel like anything becoming an RPG just
Honestly,
naturally
especially 'cause
just sounds
we
cool
just
to me.
like RPGs.
I love
That's like-
RPGs,
yeah,
so
like-
it's like imagine you could say to me, imagine if Halo was an RPG. I'd be like, well, I'm listening.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm
any-
immediately
Oh,
watching.
just like imagine if like you're Master Chief, and then like you could like gain like partly like people from like the Covenant that like
I would
want to
be
betray
slightly
them,
intrigued.
or like the Banished.
So
Okay, go on to your
in a
point.
quick tangent,
Quick
in
tangent.
regards to Hyrule Warriors, you brought up one of the focal points. I think Hyrule Warriors is great because it has a good story. I think that story would work better in like a game where you're like running around the world, like an adventure game. You're running around with secrets and with
Zelda.
dungeons. Yes! Unfortunately, Nintendo doesn't want to put in the fucking legwork!
I can mention this. Alright.
This concludes my TED Talk.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
I would like a Zelda
Like
game.
a Zelda game from the Zelda franchise.
I was like,
with
I was
story
taking
quality of the Zelda franchise, but they don't want to fucking do that anymore.
I was like taken back a bit. I'm like, wait, isn't that? Zelda?
I was waiting for one of you to go, isn't that just a Zelda game?
I'm like, he is waiting. I'm gonna let Neil take this one. So, all right. One of you guys have anything?
Do you have anything?
Sure.
Alright, go for it.
Please go.
Alright, well, I want a fighting game.
Okay.
of Ys and Kiseki.
I forgot about fighting games.
I want a fighting game. So
I
like a real I want like I'm talking Arc System Works fighting game, like 2D, 1v1.
No 3D.
Yeah,
No
no
3D
3D, none of that. No 1v1, 2D fighting game. That would be really cool. That is all.
I had a great game series, and now I have to pick between it being a fighting game and a different genre. And have
You don't have to.
I know. But
That's the brilliance of this
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah,
You could literally
true.
just bring up both.
I
You know what would also be cool? Now, okay,
What?
another
Bring
fighting
it during your next one.
game.
Okay, I'm sorry. But let's just talk about this one. So it'd be really cool to get a sequel of like the Ys and Trails one.
Yeah, but like I don't want it to be like a 3D arena fighter. I want it to be like a normal.
Yeah. And it'd be really cool because like now you have like all these characters from Ys and all these characters from Trails.
Especially because we have so many more characters. Back then it was just that and Lloyd. Like his Zero just came out, so it's like it's why he's only a guest character. But now we can have so many characters.
It'd be really
So much
cool.
variety. We have witches.
Especially now because we're not in Calvert yet, so like
It's a perfect
so
opportunity.
you don't have a guest one yet, but it would be cool to have him as a guest there.
Yeah, like. I feel like if they do it, it's gonna be next year because it's their anniversary.
I
I don't want to get hope for this, but like
And that could lead into the moveset for Smash. Anyways,
God.
let's move on.
Uh-oh.
Jack, you got something?
It's your move.
What do you got? Tell us this franchise that you would like to see. We'll go with. Tell us your first genre that you were thinking of for this
that I was
game.
thinking of.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
no.
go for it, just go for
Just go
visual
for it,
novel.
and then you can say
Visual
the
novel,
second
yes.
one.
Big fan.
Well, obviously, it was either between visual novel or fighter, because Neil mentioned fighter, and I forgot about fighters.
So what do you see? What do you like a visual novel of?
The Xeno series.
Okay.
I just want them to meet.
That'd be pretty
Like,
cool.
Even if it's just the Xenoblade people, but it would be nice for them to acknowledge that Xenogears exists and to see Faye and Ellie again. But we're not gonna, and it would be nice.
I'm
for them
sure
to
that the
acknowledge-
Xenoblade people will meet each other at some point.
Yeah,
I
but-
think it's possible one day.
I think it's possible, but like, I feel like I would just I don't want it as gameplay because I feel like then it's gonna either be that they're gonna like move characters around. They'll be like, you can't play as Dunban for this part, and it'll be like, or what I mean, this is what's gonna happen.
Right.
They'll go, you have the Xenoblade 1 party and the Xenoblade 2 party. You get 4 they're all gonna be Xenoblade 1 character. Let's not kid ourselves. It's gonna be Shulk, Fiora, Dunban, Melia, and I'm never gonna switch them out, and I'm gonna shun all of the 2 cast and maybe bring Zeke in. So I just want a visual novel where it goes, alright, you're just gonna switch back and forth between like Shulk, Fiora, Rex, Pyra, and Mithra, and from there you're just gonna, or better yet, I don't even want it to be from first person. I want Fire Emblem style support conversations where characters are just sitting there. I want so many CGs. I want so many of them. Or better yet, if there is a first person view, self-insert MC Kun who's silent and doesn't talk at all, but he just they tell me he nods. That's what I want. I want a Xenoblade visual novel because I think it'd be cool to explore the worlds. And one little thing I always think of is they say there's thousands of people on like the Bionis and Mechonis. Where do they live? Like, granted, I know the game doesn't take you everywhere, but like at one point Egil swipes the Bionis like in the chest with a sword, and he goes, "How many do you think died in that attack?" And one YouTuber said like 3. And he's like, hundreds, maybe thousands. I'm like, I didn't know that many people existed. I kind of figured Colony 9 was it. And
I mean, you guys have to suspend your disbelief for that bit. Because
yeah,
it's
I
a
do, but
video
I'm like,
game.
I'm also like, but they also say that like Colony 9's the only place where the humans exist. So like,
Oh, really?
the last
Oh.
in Colony 9 and 6 are like the last big places. So I'm like, so is there just like a shitload of people living over here and they just don't know about them, or are they all Nopon? And if they're all Nopon, like usually the Nopon travel. If it's the High Entia, it's not because they explicitly state they're all up here.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just like that, just like new world building, especially in like the new world they make and having the characters meet. And I just want more epilogue stuff. I want more after game with all the party, and just to like see them, maybe design them a little differently, like a couple years later, be like, oh, they're older now, like give Dunban like a gray line in his beard or his hair, and he's only 30, but still, you could argue he's old.
I think that they will all
Give Ricky 8 more
eventually-
kids.
I think we will probably get a Xenoblade 3 where they do meet.
We're gonna get that before X2, I assure you. Even
So-
even Monolith Soft doesn't like X.
Probably not, no.
Those
So,
poor fans. You should have
so
picked
we'll
a
move
better
on
game.
to the Xenoblade. So
To
we,
like.
so we will
Should've
get
picked a
to
better game.
so we will
She
get to the
fucked up.
Xenoblade Fighting Game
Oh, that's so funny.
on your next. I guess we'll go in a rotation.
Well, I mean, it's quick. It's just 2D fighter
Fair.
from Arxis.
That'd be cool.
That's all I want. It can just be the party members, and I'd play it, and go to Evo,
Yeah, there could literally be 4 characters, and I'm like,
and they could all be Shulk, and
Sure.
I'd still play it.
yeah.
I think you'd
Sure.
probably get the main cast of 1 and 2. You would probably get which one's made by Bandai Namco?
Xenosaga.
Probably get those
You'd
characters.
you'd get Cosmos or maybe Telos because
Yeah.
they don't know that other characters exist.
Right, I feel like you'd get like the main
And then you
character,
probably
maybe-
want to get the Xenogears people because Square Enix.
I think you could do it. I think maybe not the entire maybe you get like a
You get
character or
Faye.
2. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. That
Um,
would be the Mega Man of
yeah.
that game.
Yeah, they could negotiate. I think they could do it.
Yeah.
He would have to be the most broken character. He'd have to be in Xenogear.
Like
for them to
Nintendo
let him
has
in.
money because Monolith is now part of Nintendo. Nintendo has money. They can get
They're part of the ship.
So I
these
feel like
characters. They can do that.
Hopefully.
that would be interesting.
If we-
So I don't have a fighter game. I'm gonna try to think of a fighting game.
What
But
about
I have a Warriors game. Actually two.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see. I think a Xenoblade Warriors game would actually be really cool.
I was gonna say another good Warriors.
Because you know,
Probably more likely.
swords, whatnot, you
Kill
know,
them, the mech
it would
arms,
work.
I would actually buy that Warriors game and unironically like it.
Even,
And just like,
what if it was a retelling of the first game? Then would you buy it?
Yeah. Just because now I can like kill shit deader.
I feel like it would be more like how Hyrule
What if it
Warriors.
was Xenoblade 2?
Oh no, no.
What?
I'm gonna
well,
be
I-
honest with you. Don't even know if I'd finish it if it was a retelling of
Well,
one.
I-
If it was like maybe not canon new stuff, I'd be
Oh,
like,
okay. Then you.
I'd be like, I'll play it. But if it was
So-
like retelling, maybe.
So yeah, I just think like it would be really cool, like swords and stuff. I don't have a lot to say on it, but the other Warriors game I got.
It would work great for the 2 cast for a Warriors game because they do a lot of like big attacks and shit.
And I think that like you would probably it would probably be a lot like Hyrule Warriors, like the first one, not the new one.
Yeah.
The second one, which I really feel like I'm about to make a statement that I'm gonna be yelled at for,
Okay.
Kirby, I think would be fucking funny.
Kirby what?
Kirby Warriors.
Kirby
Oh, Warriors game.
Are you kidding
That would be
me?
pretty great.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
be honest
so
with you.
funny.
I would be pretty interested in that. I'd play the demo at GameStop.
Me too.
I love how he's like, I'm gonna get hated for this, and both our initial reactions are, that's not bad.
No, but like
I
imagine.
mean, granted, Warriors games like I'm allergic to, and
No,
no,
also
but like we don't
I
like
would
them.
buy it.
And
It'd
like
be cool.
Kirby Star Allies has so like it already has your cast right there.
Meta Knight. Oh,
Meta Knight, King
I was gonna say
Dedede,
fucking
Kirby
walking
can
around
have
with the
power.
hammer with
Yeah.
King Dedede.
Bandana Waddle Dee, like all of the other ones. Kirby could like suck up people and use their
Plays
energy.
Marks.
you
Yeah.
could put them in a pot and cook them.
Marks.
Yeah.
In brawls.
His different powers could just be, the sword. He can use the big ass sword. Like if he has fire, he can just burn everything to fucking
He's
death.
so cool.
You could do Meta Knight side V and neutral
Oh.
V.
Yeah, that's right.
And they would have him go, hey!
Yeah.
You already have your sound bits.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Like I just think it'd be funny.
I think it would be hilarious.
Hilarious.
Koei Tecmo's Kirby Fighter Warriors. Kirby Star Warriors, that's what it would be
Oh
called.
my god.
It would it wouldn't be
When
Kirby.
Nintendo,
It
when
wouldn't be
Koei
called
Tecmo.
It wouldn't be called Kirby Star Warriors. It would just be called Star Warriors.
No, they put
No,
Kirby.
yeah, you gotta put Kirby, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or no, it'd be
Although people,
Kirby's
I guess people
Star
do know
Warriors.
Hyrule and the Zelda text anyways, so that's why it's sold. But yeah, I
I think
just
that's also because the Legend of Zelda Warriors doesn't roll off the tongue.
Right.
And Zelda Warrior makes it sound like you're playing a game where Zelda's like a Viking.
Right.
I would love- hold
it's
on.
so iconic. All you need is Hyrule. To
Hold
know
on.
what you're
Warriors.
hold on tangent. Tell me that a Zelda game in a Viking world wouldn't be cool.
That would be very intense. I would love it. I'd buy it.
I would
Also-
buy it. I'd buy it.
Now that you're talking about what are they, a Pokemon Muso game?
Muso?
Yeah, or sorry, Warriors game.
Oh my god. Pog.
All
I
Gen
just
1.
thought of that when you said we were talking about that.
Oh, that's so Wait, and
Pokemon.
you know what'd be really like? You don't have to
Think
have all of the Pokemon,
Yeah, obviously,
but I
that's
think it'd
way
be
too
really cool if you have a Pokemon of each type.
Yeah, and like one made for each generation, just to have equal representation.
That'd
and
be
then
pretty
you're
cool.
good to go.
So what was your fighting game that you were?
Tales of Fighting
That'd
Game.
be cool.
Yeah.
Having all of them
I
like
just
together.
want to fight as Jude and Mila, and that's basically it. But like everyone else is cool too. I'd be down with that.
It's kind of really sad because if you think about it, they would not be in Smash because they would obviously pick Lloyd or
That's why.
Yuri.
Yeah, exactly. Those are more popular characters. Although Tales of Fighting is one of the most popular, best-selling Tales of Fighting. Like up there, like top 3.
Well, if we know about best-selling ARMS,
But
Minecraft, I guess it has a chance.
I still love those games. I want to replay them, but I'm like, I'm lazy.
I think that'd be really cool, especially to see like, I guess newer models of like the older Tales of people.
That's a good thing too, because like, Bandai Namco clearly has no interest in remaking any of the games. They just remaster them and throw them on a new console and just call it a day. So having brand new, like, nice models, really cool.
Yeah,
But it'd be cool.
definitely would be.
Arxis Land, please. I know
Arxis
you make too
Land.
many fighting games, but make more.
Who else makes really good fighting games?
I feel bad for them
Sakura.
because like they're doing Dragon Ball.
I'd say like SNK would also
but
be.
they
one.
only make fighting games for their own thing. Like,
But it would be
Arxis
really
doesn't
cool
have
if they
other
could branch off and gain notoriety from that. But you know,
That'd be cool.
because they make good games.
I don't know, man. The most recent King of Fighters did not go over well with people.
Samurai Showdown I thought went over well.
Well, maybe that one. Well, like,
'Cause that's their
it
most
did,
recent.
It did in the beginning, but then like kind of like fell off.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I feel like because Arxis games usually like they have like a core fan base and like they're
They
always
steal the show.
yeah, like
That's true.
Blaze Blue never dies. Like, it just
Guilty
doesn't.
Gear looks so good. That's our
Strive looks
system,
pretty
right?
cool. Yeah, I agree with our system.
They
They're
worked
also
on-
Dragon Ball Fighters, Grand Blue Fantasy.
I thought
they
Bandai
do a lot.
Namco made fighters.
No, that's Arxis.
It's all Arxis. Those are all the ones
That's
I
why
just mentioned.
that's why the game went over so well.
Yeah,
It's because it's an Arxis
Arxis
game.
developed that game. I think.
It's
Bandai
not
Namco
that I don't
produced
trust you. I just want to look this up
it. Yeah,
because I swear I thought it was Bamco.
no, they are. I think they produced it, but
That's probably what I thought it was.
yeah, the development-
Publishers Bandai Namco developed the
Publishers.
Rogue system. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. That's why I got confused
Yeah,
because I just
so-
thought Bamco
So
made
that
it.
means you have to keep track of balancing all of those different fighting games, which I'm sure is really difficult. But like, make them work.
You're right. You're like, but keep doing it. Get bigger.
You got 4 titles.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
We need
Yeah.
an Avatar fighting game.
Yeah, be cool. I remember for Cross Tag, like the director, because the director of that is also the director of Blaze Blue, wanted to put Avatar: Last Airbender in there. It hasn't happened.
That's why.
Yeah, he also wanted to put 2B and 9S, but here we go.
Wait, who?
Oh, but 2B
2B
and
and
9S. But Soul
And
Cal.
Cross Tag,
Blaze Blue
Blaze Blue
Cross
Cross
Tag.
and who else did he want to play?
Avatar, or like Aang.
That'd be so cool.
It'd be so cool.
That would've been-
Because he's willing to put he put fucking Ruby in here. Still put like Arcana Hearts. Like, who's heard of that? So it's like he's willing to.
Eunice
do,
was in there.
Yeah,
It would be
I mean,
really.
granted,
that
that's
one's
bigger
a big
than
one.
Ruby.
Yeah.
I
but
think
still,
Blaze
He's
Blue
really
Cross
good.
Tag should have Class 7. Just saying.
Yeah, dude. Always.
that would be tight.
That would be very tight.
I think Kirito should be in it.
Yeah, me too.
He does have. He is in a fighting game.
He is.
He is.
Which
Dengeki
fighting game?
Bunko Fighting Climax. It has a bunch of light novel characters. That's why the name was long. Yeah.
In keeping with the
Yeah, it's
theme.
in keeping with the theme exactly. So
When's Sakuta getting in there?
I think Mai is in it. Not as a fighter. He's a support character.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
no
Not-
way.
I think that Mai Shiranu is that her name from the SNK series?
My Shiranui.
Is that her name?
I think that
Yu-Gi-Oh
she's.
won't let me hear the
I-
word Shiranui the same.
Me-
every
I
time.
think that she's.
Baby.
I think that she is a good girl and she should be in Smash.
Yeah.
Just saying.
God, if they don't nerf Shiranuis, I swear to God.
They won't.
They're
They're gonna win the popularity poll too.
Most likely.
Wait, what popularity poll?
There's a popularity poll for whatever archetype is the most popular. You get a game mat.
Oh,
Yeah, it's also it's Ace Monsters,
Oh,
gonna
that,
get-
that, yeah.
and then just generic archetype in general. Like, you know how there's a Six Sam's
Mhm.
game mat
Gotcha.
They're-
That's smart. Because,
for duel links.
Yeah.
I voted for Vendread, and I'm certain it's not going to win because
Mm.
this isn't 2019.
yeah, I think I voted for Satellites just because they're like new. Maybe they have a chance in space. So that's basically
Yeah,
all I
true.
needed to know.
I've got a pretty good one.
Alright, go ahead.
It's your turn.
Open world Metroid.
Imagine like.
It's just
going
basically
through-
Breath of the Wild, but you shoot things.
Hold on, no.
Would it be
Imagine.
first person or third person?
Imagine like going
First.
from
First.
planet to planet in open world
That
setting
would
for
going to
Metroid.
Planet would be sick.
Yeah, so I think I agree. Like little
Oh!
like different like maps that aren't like totally like full
Yeah.
altogether, but it's separate. Maybe that doesn't count as open world, but
It's just like, how would you like? I'm just like asked like wondering how would you like impose the Metroid formula into it, like into open world.
I would just have it sort of be like having multiple different objectives to go to, and like maybe it's like to get another beat in the story, it'd be like, okay, you have to unlock this temple, and it's right there. The keys aren't right here.
Right, so you have to
It's
look for them.
here, here, and here. How do you? Well, there's a straight shot to that one, but there's a giant gorge in the middle, and maybe you have to go under it, or you can go the long way around, or
It could also work like how Breath of the Wild did, where you just do whatever you want at the end, and like,
Well, yeah,
and, like,
I
there's but instead of like shrines, there's just a lot of puzzles in the world, and that's how you like.
Yeah, but I feel like then it's not like a Metroid game, but I don't know. Me, I think you can.
But then again, Breath of the Wild wasn't.
I feel like the core of Metroid is like exploring by yourself.
that's
Yeah.
true, but I feel like the whole Metroidvania like genre is about like power ups and like to unlock.
Well,
I
you
mean,
could have
Zelda
those
was
too.
also all about
Like-
the items, and then they got rid of that.
I guess.
But I mean,
Fair enough.
I see it as like you could still
It's like-
incorporate power ups, and then they unlock newer parts of the world.
Yeah.
Because like I don't
You know
because
how it
like
should work.
I see how when
Zelda.
I see open world games, no matter what, I personally am always a little overwhelmed when I start one. Like where do I go? Like if it's like the whole world's open to you right
Yeah,
now.
I feel
Could
you.
do like at least with Zelda, it's like, hey, you could go up north and climb all the mountains, but you need warm clothes, and until you get those,
Yeah.
you're kind of
So you're
limited.
not-
Limit. You can do it, but
You
you're
can do-
limited. Or
yeah.
you can go to the desert, but
I agree.
be ready.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different. You have to play differently.
Yeah.
And it could be
That's
like, oh,
makes
while
it
you're
fun.
here, you have to play a little differently. Like, oh, these monsters are really big. They're weak to ice. Like, you could go to, like, a Metroid den and be like, you can go here. You're gonna die a lot, and you're gonna have to play it like a Metal Gear game. But if you had ice missiles and the ice power-up, which you get by doing the dungeon over in the mountains, or, like, the area in the mountains when you do all the prerequisites, you can do this area, and it would be easier. And stuff like that, and getting, like, suit power-ups. I don't know, I think that it kind of lends itself to that
Yeah, I
idea.
got you.
And I always saw it like with Zelda. I always figure I'm like, it's on the cusp of being open world, except it's very linear points you have to go to. But if you just took out the loading and you kind of streamlined it a little more, where maybe each individual dungeon item only really affected surrounding areas, then you could make almost any Zelda game open world. Like you could, I mean, granted, it's not little tweaking, but with a little tweaking, you could conceptually turn Twilight Princess into an open world game.
Yeah, I got you.
And I feel like you could do the same thing with Metroid, and also just having playing Prime, but looking at a mountain and going, I can go there.
Mhm.
And you could have some bullshit saying there's like electro storms on this planet, so that's why you can't just fly your ship
Yeah.
everywhere. It'd be like this one pocket, like this safe haven that the Space Federation set up years ago, like shoots enough anti-electricity that your ship just has enough time to land in and leave, and that's why you just have to scuttle around everywhere. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. Maybe you could get like bounties, like kill these monsters. Study this plant,
Yeah.
bring it back to the ship, bring it here, or just study it in person. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I'd buy it.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely cool. I think that would be the coolest thing. I don't have any differing opinions. I'm just trying to stall because I lost my thought because I was so invested in that conversation that I lost mine.
Let's go.
When's Metroid Prime 4 gonna come out?
True.
Good question. The same day the
When
open
is
world
Metroid
version
Prime
comes
4
out.
gonna go out?
Like, I would love to have a new 2D Metroid, because I'm a bigger fan of those than 3D ones. So I'm like,
Did you see that leak?
yeah, but like that's not really a leak.
Sure, yeah.
What was the leak?
It was like on promotional material. It was like on the Switch. It was like Samus Returns on the Switch, but like they just used that same template for like a bunch of other games. Like it's been around for a long time.
Okay.
So it's not.
I have a filler one because I'm really trying to think like
Intermission
where am I
arc.
I guess intermission.
All right.
I have a thought. So you know how they have like Mario Kart and Mario Party and stuff. I think it'd be really cool if like you did how Smash does it, and you have all of the Nintendo characters in like a
Nintendo
card
kart?
genre, like a
Yeah,
Nintendo kart with like
Nintendo
all of those
Party.
tracks. Maybe you have like a Mario one, a Zelda one, a Pokemon Cup, and like whatever. But
You ever play Nintendo Land on the Wii U? That is literally like Nintendo Party.
Really?
But
Yeah,
I
there are
would, but
different
I
game modes centered around.
Oh,
See,
that's so
there's like a
cool.
Zelda one where you go around, you have to slash people. It's like
Oh.
Wii fencing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But
I know what you're talking about now.
There's a great one where you basically play Bomberman in Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so fun.
like I would really like if that was just an actual like everyone
Is he?
is like it's like an actual one where it's not just Mii's because that one's Mii's, right? That they
Yeah, but
usually
it's like
would,
you play games themed around
Yeah.
different
Right.
series.
and like it's that, but like with
Oh,
the
okay.
actual characters. So that's what I would like.
That'd be dope.
He wants Samus to break a block and like roll a 9 and then run.
I getcha. That'd be
Exactly.
hilarious.
Like, and I think that and I think Mario Kart we are progressing to that.
yeah, I mean,
Mario
it's
Party
about,
won't
like-
because that's Camelot and they don't trust Camelot that much.
No, like Kart they do. Yeah.
No,
I'm
no.
shocked.
Camelot. No, the same team that makes Mario Kart, I believe, has either some of the same. I believe it's some of the same people as the Splatoon team and the Animal Crossing team.
I think you're right. Yeah.
They
Like
also
something
made
like
Golden
that.
Sun.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, but Camelot, however, they make the Mario sports games, Mario Party, and as you said, Golden Sun.
It's still them.
Yeah.
For Mario Party.
I'm shocked. I
I thought it was
figured
someone
that was Nintendo only by now.
Yeah, no.
'Cause
They've always outsourced that game from the very beginning.
The only one that they didn't
Weird,
was
but,
Mario
has
and
Mario on the name.
Mario and Luigi are pretty much were like the only ones that were pretty much not being made. Oh, I guess
They were made by Alpha Dream.
they were the only ones not made
It's
by
like- it's like-
Camelot, but I mean then again, Intelligent Systems makes Paper Mario. So
And Square Enix made Super Mario Thousand Year Door.
Mario
Not
Party's-
Thousand
Okay,
Year Door,
I
Legend
thought-
of the Seven Stars.
I thought of a good one, and I'm good now. So I'm not gonna bring it up, but I'll bring it up during my next one. But yeah, those are mine. I would just like to see Nintendo Kart and Nintendo Party.
Okay, Neil.
So do you have anything else? Anything good? Anything interesting? Okay.
I have one.
And while you're thinking of that, I'm gonna try to think of mine.
I think I had one, and then I just.
Right?
I thought I had
It's
one.
because we didn't write down.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
I mean,
because
I
I
feel like
didn't give
I'm
us time. I was just like, all right, we're doing this.
Dude, when you were talking about the Falcon Fighter, I was like, Metroid. And then when it went to me, I was like, fuck, I forgot. And I was gonna go with my
Yeah.
backup, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm in a perpetual state of what games have I played, and what genres do I play?
Oh, I guess a little side note because this isn't actually like a new game, but I would just like to see it. I literally just want Assassin's Creed in Japan. Like
Why haven't they done that yet?
like yeah, that's
You could do like the Warring, the single player era, where like Warring, like Samurai and all that. You know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool.
like, and the thing
They're
is
not
like
assassins, but it's cool.
I mean, the new one's Vikings. Have they ever been stealthy?
That's true.
And
The
like-
axe is not. Do you want to know how they use the hidden blade in this one? It's not under. They punch it.
That's not a hit. That's not hidden.
No, instead of getting a knuckle sandwich, you get a sword in your face. It's pretty hidden.
It's pretty hidden, you know.
like, and
Has
I guess
failed
like,
successfully.
and I guess like Ghost of Tsushima has shown that you can do an actual Assassin's Creed
Well,
game,
maybe that's why they don't want to do it. Though.
Probably.
and B, that you could just go to Japan.
I was gonna say they should also do like Middle Ages, like like swords and sorcery
Like
time
knights
period.
and stuff.
But the problem is Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor did that, and it was a better Assassin's Creed game than the one that came out that year.
Yep.
So
They
I
should
think
just
I
quit.
think they're like, okay, muddy England we're not doing, and since Ghost of Tsushima did it, they're like, fuck, can't. We should have Russia. Something to do with Russia.
I think Russia would be cool in the time during the Cold War. Maybe bring it up like to speed.
The Cold War's in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The latest the Assassin's Creed series ever went was World War One in Syndicate. It was DLC.
Oh, okay.
But I think it'd be cool, like, just to, like... I mean, you could, like, get more modern and do it like that.
I mean, that'd be cool. Get a little more modern with it, but...
And especially because you would have to be stealthy during that time.
Yeah, true. The Cold War doesn't
But I
like
feel
this
like
stuff.
then it'll blend too much with like modern games like
Games,
that.
yeah.
Like Call of Duty is done Cold
No,
War.
but you don't have to like, use like guns
The
and
Call of
stuff.
Duty's
You
done the
just
Cold
have to
War
be
3
like a
times.
stealthy spy.
Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Cold War.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 and 2
Oh
are the
my
Cold War.
God.
That's why this one's called Cold War.
The Black Ops 1 was the Cold War, Black Ops 2 and
How did they
4
get
were all
away with
futuristic.
this?
No, well, 2 was also the Cold War, because it had flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
It was
like-
mostly a war that's in the
Well,
future.
I feel like, no, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole point of Assassin's Creed is to use like more like old school weapons stuff. Like if you're
But
in the
you're-
Cold War, it wouldn't make sense for them to not be using
That's
modern
true.
machinery, you know, like modern
That's true.
Exactly.
Like you could do like more stealthy stuff in like cold Russia. Back then, like not like America.
Well, also
Right,
the
right,
Cold
but,
War,
like-
you know, because it never went hot. You kind of have to be stealthy. Like
Right,
if,
right, right.
if you were going to say, oh well, a major assassination happened, it would have to be done in a way no one heard about it. And
For
what
sure.
better way to hear about it than like to not hear about it than like a group of assassins? And I
Because
mean,
you don't
in the
want that
game's
out.
lore, they still exist.
Right.
Like they exist right into the modern day. Like they've lessened throughout the years, especially. But like their adversaries, the
Oh.
Templars, which are basically just assassins but evil and wear hats instead of hoods.
Right.
They do it. You know, they are in power in the modern age. So it's like in lore, they always exist. Like they existed back when like Rome was a thing in Greece. You know, like ancient Greece.
Gotcha, gotcha.
But I will say it's kind of like. Kind of playing fast and loose with it now, like the idea of what an assassin
Like
is.
my thing is like I don't know where you would go in Russia other than the Cold War. Like
I mean, they had-
like when?
They had a war with France.
I think definitely during the Crusades would be cool.
Could they just like make something up though? Like,
They
does it
could.
have to be a real?
They
event?
Well-
like it to be
Oh,
in
they
a
always-
somewhat major point. Like they've never.
Okay.
It's either been a set point in history, like when this was a thing,
Right.
or during a major. Like the first one is
What did they do in Egypt? What
Yeah.
could they have possibly done in that?
it's like the origin of a sect of the assassins.
Oh, okay.
Like that's where their ancestor came from.
Got
Which
it.
then the next game in ancient Greece was the prequel to that one, but the Egypt one is called Origins.
That's a prequel. I
That's-
thought that.
You know, yeah. Apparently,
Wait, the Greek one is the prequel
apparently
to the
the
Origins?
apparently the one in Greece is the ancestor to the dude in Origins,
So
which
why
is
did they
from
call that
Egypt.
one Origins? I don't know.
Because that one had to be called Odyssey, Neil.
My God, that's not. God damn it. Okay.
They stopped naming them after
I've
4.
been educated on Assassin's Creed lore.
I think the only one where there truly was nothing interesting happening and they just did it because someone stole the keys was 4. The whole
Where
gimmick
did
of
they
that
go?
game, the Caribbean. You were literally playing Pirates of the Caribbean. That was the
That's
shtick.
funny.
You were a pirate.
Got it.
Like 1,
Is that Black Flag?
yeah.
Okay.
I think 1 actually took place during
I
the
thought people
Crusades.
really liked that one.
Yeah, it's good, but it's
Wow.
like that's like the one.
That's
Like
the one.
3 is the American Revolution. 2
Right.
is the Italian Renaissance. I don't know 1. I think it's the Crusades.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Unity is the French Revolution. Syndicate is the Industrial Revolution in
Oh.
Britain. Origins is Egypt. You know, Egypt and
Right.
the height of the pyramids.
Sure.
Odyssey, ancient Greece, and now Valhalla, Vikings.
Got it.
In the year 872.
All right, Neil. Have you thought of something?
2 enraptured in the Assassin's Creed.
I did. I have. Yeah, I wasn't thinking at all. So, what are some video games?
Yeah. Go look up. We'll.
I also have to do a little light reading. I have one, but I don't want to give it up yet. I want to give it to
I'm honestly not reading. I'm honestly just trying to keep my thoughts in place.
Video games.
I looked up video games I've played. Wow, 2 in and they're already wrong.
Right.
Ooh, a Fire Emblem fighting game would be cool.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was gonna say like the same. What if we did this? Just think about it. What if we did this? Fire Emblem X Persona crossover. Just think about that. how cool would that be if that existed in real life?
It already does.
I know, except it
God
doesn't.
damn it.
Except it doesn't, because where is the Fire Emblem? Anyway.
Neil, it's in the Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE.
FE, that part. See the 2 letters. That's all we need. That is it.
That game had such a. That's the one game where its placeholder title was way better. SMT Cross FE, or just Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. It's not a crossover.
Was a lie.
You know what it is?
It wasn't true.
It's the equivalent of Shin Megami Tensei gameplay combined with a dude who read the Wikipedia for Fire Emblem.
And he just named characters.
We'll name that one Chrom.
Yeah, but he looks nothing like Chrom.
That one's Sheeta, really.
I can't do
and that
it.
one's Kane, and that one's Tharja, and that one's Virion, and that one's Navarre.
That was the biggest of sides.
Oh, and Drog. And Tiki. It was Awakening and the first game, and not even the famous ones. Like, no Marth, no Lucina, no Robin. Those are the big 3 of those 3 games.
Like,
we got Marth's wife.
Yeah, like, how do you have Marth's wife but not Marth?
We got one of the original Christmas Cavaliers. We got Virion, but we didn't get Mars.
Like, okay, also, how did no one in the development process think, hey, maybe we should have some more Fire Emblem in this game? I don't know, man.
Because it was made by Atlas and they weren't concerned.
But I feel like if they had to have shown, hey, IS, like, this is what we're doing, what do you think? And then they didn't think, hey, maybe put in Marth? Maybe put him in? Or something?
It's
I don't know.
such a bad J-pop game.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's like, I haven't heard if it's like a bad game or not, but as a crossover...
Well, it's actually not a bad game. It plays fine. It plays like an I played it. It plays like an SMT game. You know, a little bit of difficulty there and all. It's just not interesting. You know, it's like you could almost, if the whole premise was, hey, imagine in just modern-day Tokyo, this shit's happening, you could maybe convince yourself it's cool, but the fact that you know it's a Fire Emblem crossover just really fucking hurts you.
Especially if you're a fan of Fire Emblem, because you're just like, this is a lie. I'm playing a lie.
The Personas are the only Fire Emblem characters.
Seriously.
And Tiki.
I'm sorry, dude, but like, because like, I don't. Oh, why did they do this? Why?
I remember everyone was excited for that game.
Yeah,
they were like, "Oh, it might. Maybe it'll play like." First, they didn't even know which game it was gonna play like. They were like, "Is it an SMT?" They're like, "Oh, well, it's Atlas, so it's an SMT game." They're like, "Oh, maybe it'll play like Nocturne, and like you'll have the Fire Emblem cast getting demons and shit."
Yeah, it'd be so cool, and then in reality,
nope.
not even remotely close.
It's like, you know what it was? It was the fan base going, these 2 games are nothing alike, how are they going to make them combined? Well, the answer is they didn't. They made an SMT game and told you Fire Emblem's in it.
That's what that's what it feels like. It feels like, no, they had the idea, but let's do that. And then when they tried to do it, they're like...
They sat down, they went, oh, we can't make it.
I have no idea what the fuck
Honest, you know what it was? If IS was making it, I guarantee it would have been better, because it would have been a Fire Emblem game. And you go, how do you do that? Well, get the guy from Nocturne and just give him a fucking Demon Stone and he'll turn into that thing. But because it's SMT, it's like, can Marth summon demons? It's like, no, I don't think that works.
In that game, they have more like personas, not like demons, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing, it's an SMT game.
Right, but...
So you think like, oh, there's gonna be some...
an SMT game.
Yeah, but like, you know, they have... Their whole shtick is only one of your characters steals demons.
Right.
And the other ones just have a set one.
Right.
They're personas. But, whatever. I'm not mad.
Who's mad?
I thought of one.
Okay.
Persona cross SMT.
Yeah, that
It doesn't have to work.
No. No, because it's not like technically a video game. Like it kind of okay. So it's like I was thinking like a Yu-Gi-Oh video game that isn't just a card simulator. That's more of like it has its own story and like whatever. That's kind of like I thought would be cool.
That'd be cool, like an OG story.
Yeah.
Like not like a whole our version of Zexal or our version of
It would be
GX.
really cool if, like, do you guys know that in Jump Force they have, like, Yugi and, like, Kaiba with, like, their own people?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really cool if they had a story based around, like, them and their stands.
Oh my.
I think a fighting Yu-Gi-Oh game would be kind of funny.
Interesting.
Like, it'd be like obviously it'd be all the main characters, the rivals, and then I'd say some of the best friends and some of the girls.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're ace monsters, and then maybe if you want, instead of having Like, they would come with their ace monster, and instead of picking a tag partner, you would pick another card, like a spell or trap card, and that would be like, or maybe like another monster. So it'd be like, oh well, if you want, you can use a spell that like gives you an advantage, or like speed boosts you, or you can use a trap and it like breaks their combo, or you can use a monster to just extend a combo. So you'd be like, oh well, I have Jaden with Neos. Well, let me give his support card. Let me give Skyscraper.
Right.
So Neos does more damage, or let me put Hero Signal.
It actually kind of reminds me. So the DS jump fighting games had like a system where like you would make a team. So you'd put like fighter characters and support characters who would then buff up the character, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah.
So it was kind of remind you of that because like they're like manga panels instead of like cards, but it's like similar.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's like a.
So I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, Yusei comes in, like he hits, and then like Stardust Dragon's doing something. And that'd be cool. Probably wouldn't be the best game in the world, and it would be a 3D fighter because, they're not 2Ding that, but whatever. I can dream.
Yeah. Although I'm sorry, the SMT FE thing, that's my real one.
That's the one that's the real combination that we need to see.
Yeah.
All right, who would you rather make it?
Do
you want to give IS a go at it?
Yeah, might as well.
Fire Emblem Cross SMT.
Clearly couldn't do it, so let's just give it to
what would the name be? Some bullshit long name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so since Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I just realized
Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem.
I just realized Tokyo Mirage Sessions is SMT backwards. I was like, because there's no SMT in the title. I'm like, wait, yes, there is.
That's cool.
So yeah, Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei. I think they would just call it Fire Emblem Demons.
No, I think just Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem.
Shin Megami Tensei Fire. That'd be cool. How come? What's the 3DS game that Monolith Soft made? It's the Bamco crossover game. The Capcom Cross Bandai Namco game. I played it. And it's made by Monolith Soft.
Is it really? I think I know what you're talking about, but like, I don't remember the name of it.
Because the sequel had Fiora and Cosmos.
Playable characters?
Playable. And it also had Chrom and Lucina in that game as guest characters.
That's so cool. It was on the 3DS?
It was.
That's sick. I guess it only came out in Japan.
No, it was in America. I had the first one.
Oh, you did?
On my 3DS, yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh my god.
Should I just go while you're looking this up?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I have like 1.5 that I could just like kind of link in with each other. I have,
Project X Zone!
That's what it, yes!
That's interesting.
Sorry to interrupt. That's what it was called. That was
like Phoenix in there or something?
Yeah, Phoenix was in there. It was a lot of Mega Man X and Zero were in it. Those are the only Mega Man characters.
So mine sort of go hand in hand with each other with this, so I'll just talk about it.
It was amazing.
So I guess for my first one, I'll just mention I got police. I think Sony should try to do a fighter again because they kind of suck. They kind of put it on a. They kind of put it on a dying console last time, so maybe they should actually put it on a good one. They have like the character base. I saw your hand.
I figured.
They have the character. They have like the character base, like, and you really don't have to rely on like third parties. Like obviously because you're gonna be compared to Smash, you want third parties, but like you also now have like I guess new additions like Aloy from, Aloy Ellie. That's her name, right?
From Last of Us, yeah.
The Days Gone guy, I guess. The Medieval, I think he's in. What else is... You could probably get Spider-Man.
That'd be insane.
Could make a Trius a guest character.
I think they could do it.
I think they could do it. They just need to hire a
guest so could Nintendo. If they wanted Goku... Obviously, they would say...
They won't, though.
They don't, because they know Sakurai's rules and wishes.
Did you guys know that, what was the Sony fighter called again? Yeah, it has a sequel.
Yeah, wait.
It does. It got a second game on the Vita, and it's a party game. It's not even a fighter.
Oh, yeah.
But the original was on the Vita.
I still have my
Well, like,
Vita,
no, it's like, I think it's Vita original. It's literally a shitty Mario Party clone.
Yeah, but the game wasn't on console. It was on Vita.
It was on console. I played it on the PS3.
Really?
Yeah. I think the special version was on Vita, and they have like an extra character.
That might be it. And then my second one, just to like put it out there, because I mean, like, and I only got it because I looked at my hero amiibo, because I think a Square Enix fighter would be cool.
That would be dope.
Oh,
wait, it already exists.
Square Enix fighter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dissidia.
Dissidia, yeah.
Oh, it's a 3D fighter.
But still,
I want a 2D fighter.
I agree.
Yeah, because those are always better.
There's someone having a shit fit out there. Yeah, it was on the PS3. It was on the Vita too, though.
Oh.
What was it called? Just 2 or?
I think just 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me see. Because I was looking to see if it was on the PS3.
Yeah, like, I just don't... I don't know how to put it.
I think it was called something else, but it was a PlayStation All-Star sequel.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you have like all the Final Fantasy people. You have
You could have Kane.
Dissidia's Final Fantasy only.
Yeah. Oh, you want a Square?
I want Square. Like you also have Dragon Quest.
Sora.
Yeah, Sora could
I was gonna say-
fighter.
Goofy.
I was gonna say I just made him want a Final Fantasy only.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't know. No, Bravely Default, Nier, Geno because they own the rights to him.
That'd be funny.
God.
What else does Square own? Xenogears.
Xenogears. Would you buy it if Xenogears?
Hell no. I haven't even played Xenogears.
Square. Oh god damn it.
Kane was Final Fantasy 4, right?
Probably.
Yeah, because...
The Avengers.
Thanos!
Oh my god. Iron Man. Oh.
Tomb Raider, Chrono Trigger, Star Ocean,
How'd I forget
Star
about
Ocean.
Chrono Trigger?
Drakengard,
Oh my.
Saga.
Yoko Taro. who?
Yokotaro. Oh.
What saga?
No, just that's the franchise.
What a name. What are we gonna call it? Series.
Space Invaders. They own that?
That's like the equivalent of buying a hooker off the street. I think Square just did
Just
give it a
Cause.
Oh yeah, that is them. Hitman.
Apparently there was a big.
Hitman is them, isn't it?
Apparently there was a leak last year that there's gonna be a PlayStation All Stars game on PS5.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
It's like 2.
where? Yeah. Like
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2.
well, we're waiting. The system seller.
Apparently Sony teamed up with a fighting game person from Capcom.
Yeah,
Why?
maybe it's still in
Capcom doesn't
development.
make good games.
Have you seen Street Fighter 5? People hate it. Street Fighter fans hate it.
They do not like it. They had to wait
No.
4 years for Arcade to come out before they liked it, kind
Yeah.
of.
What? They have Gex?
Gex, Enter the Gecko.
It always reminds me of
This got
Life
lost,
is
yeah.
Strange?
Yep. There's a real. Do you guys know the Final
Mini
Fantasy movie?
Ninjas? What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
The Spirits Within.
yeah.
Yeah, Life is Strange has a really fucking funny joke about that, where she's like at the TV. She goes, "Oh, I wonder if we could play Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within." I don't care what anyone says. That's one of the greatest sci-fi movies of our times, and it's like,
And-
you almost went bankrupt because of it.
And they also have the Mana series.
The what?
And that's
The Trails of Mana.
Oh, Mana. Oh.
Yeah, or whatever.
Trials of Mana.
Seiken
yeah.
no Setsu.
Suikoden? Oh, yeah.
No, Suikoden is that's on PlayStation. I know because
They're getting a spiritual successor.
because Trails of
Yeah.
Mana is like in the like the Kiseki series,
Mhm.
like in English
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
I know.
called the Kiseki series. You call it the Trails of series. Because
Is it Trials of Mana?
yeah, there's Trials of Mana, Trails. Is it Trails or Tales of Mana? And-
Trials.
No, that's the sequel.
Oh.
And
That's
then,
Mana.
did you know a Final Fantasy game that was released over here is actually a Mana game, and it got renamed.
I did know that, but what game was it?
It was like the one on the Game Boy. I forget. Here, I'll look up what the
What was
series is
that?
called.
Because I know that. I didn't know
So yeah.
This one YouTuber I watched,
Those?
he called it. Yeah, it's Seiken no Setsu. I think that's how what the series is called.
So yeah, that is what I got. You got anything else, Neil? No.
Yeah, Seiken Densetsu.
All right. I have a few more. Jack, you got any more?
Yeah. Also, his Final Fantasy Adventure was Seiken Densetsu 1.
All right.
And then Tales is 2.
What you got?
I want an Elder Scrolls visual novel.
Man, with the visual novel, I see you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of into it. You know why? Because Elder Scrolls has some.
Still haven't played Chaos Child though. The good visual novel that you have.
Because it's an anime.
You know,
I can sense it.
What are you talking about?
You know,
I have a condition, Neil. I can't get through anime fast enough.
It's not an anime.
the Game Grumps
They
were
look like it.
the Game Grumps were playing
Sure.
Danganronpa. I think that's a visual novel.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm like I like the story and all. It's just like I don't like sitting through like. I'm not like a big fan of visual novels. Like even Phoenix Wright to an extent, I kind of had to force myself to play.
You know what my problem is? I'm more inclined to sit through one if it's supplementary to something else. Like that's why it's hard for me to go through Chaos Child. I'm like, because I'm experiencing this story first and foremost, sitting there and reading text. Like at least with Steins Gate, I watched a show and was like, all right, well, Zero's coming out, I can read it and go through it. But that's why I'm like willing to play like a Xenoblade visual novel because I'm like, well, I know those characters and I'm so in love with them. I would literally just sit down and read, and I'm sure I'll love Chaos Child once I actually do it. But procrastinator, but Elder Scrolls has some A-tier lore. Skyrim alone is super cool. I want more Elder Scrolls stuff, and I don't want to play a game from 2006 to do it. I'll look up when Oblivion came out, because that was the one before Skyrim.
Yeah, it's like 2008, 2007.
So the most recent game is Skyrim up to this point?
In the Elder Scrolls series.
Actually, it might be earlier. Yeah. While you're looking that up, I will say my next one, which is Paper Zelda. I think.
Alright, tells him.
They already put all of their actual like team onto Fire Emblem, and then they just give like the people, instead of like firing at people, they're just like, all right, you're working on Paper Mario, and like maybe and like
Skyrim or Oblivion?
Oblivion.
Skyrim was 2011.
Oh, okay.
And I
and
guess
then we got online, and that's it.
it's not like but the thing is like they were told like intelligence systems that like, oh yeah, you can only use like Mario and people that are established over you know.
Like they can't like change characters.
Even though that's what A worked for them, and B, it's like when they changed the formula with Super Paper Mario, that's when it didn't go as well.
Yeah,
And then it got even worse when you stopped having EXP. Because it's just like, oh, we don't want to be the RPG team, and it's just like, well, now you're the RPG, you're now the Mario RPG team because Alpha Dream went to business.
I was gonna say, then they closed Alpha Dream out, so.
So, like, I mean, they can't be that stupid to not realize what fans want.
Yeah, they have to know, right?
Because it's well known that Sticker Star and Color Splash are just hated, and the new one, Origami King, people like it, they just wish that, like, it just was the old formula.
To be honest with you, I forgot that game came out.
People like it, it's just that, like, EXP just makes everything better.
Have you guys seen the interview with the series producer?
Yeah.
Or, I forget who she's...
Well, because it's their fault with the EXP, but it's Nintendo's fault for... characters, but they don't give them the rights to the characters because they don't do the right things with the game.
I don't even think it's that. I think
because they started with Sticker Star and then they said, Color Splash, you guys have to use characters.
Well, I feel like another thing too is that like Mario's gotten even bigger over time, so they don't want other people to mess with the universe that much.
Which sucks.
Yeah, it is. It does. But like that's.
But like, you just do it like what you did with the rest of them. Just keep it not canon.
But like, I don't know. With Nintendo, it's like, you know, this is how they are, I guess. With Mario, especially, they're just more protective.
Because like they just like, end up being bland.
The fact that all
yet you give it to the people that made the Minions. To make a movie.
But like I feel like with that one, like it was such a huge departure. Like, and plus, it was just like the core cast of Mario, Luigi, and like Peach and like DK. So it's like,
yeah,
you know, it's not affecting the universe, but it's not set in like the universe though.
Like, I feel like too. It's just another problem is they're just like sure they've been dealt a shit hand. Like you can't like make any new characters.
But
you
they
can't
dealt
really fuck
their
with the
shitty
wall.
hand to themselves.
But also like there's no passion behind it. Like a cool thing, like all the other games, like, you know, we're never gonna let's face it, in the Paper Mario series, we'll never get another Mr. Black, another Fawful, or like, you know, or another character like Fawful. He was a Mario and Luigi character, but nonetheless, like,
Nothing
you know,
like
they
the
all those
X-Nauts.
games, like the first Paper Mario game, if I'm correct, doesn't open with you beating Bowser. Like, it kind of opened from the beginning, and it was telling you this is not a normal Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because you just beat him already. So what comes after? And it's like,
you
this
still beat him.
Well,
We
I
have to
know,
beat him
but
again.
But still, like, the whole premise of all the Mario RPGs start with beat Bowser. They always, you know, setting up a different status quo for Mario, but now there's just no creativity. Like, they can create some new characters, but not totally new ones. But, like...
But they, like...
Though, that's not really fair.
They were given the shit hand because of what they ended up doing to the series with Sticker Star in the first place. It's not like...
But, like, that's not, like, totally their fault, because Nintendo didn't have to take that away. They chose...
No, they chose to after Sticker Star.
Yeah, but even then, even if it failed or whatever, right? That doesn't mean that if they clearly wanted to make more, they didn't have to take that away. They still wanted to do that. So no matter what, it's all Nintendo. That aspect.
Well, now it's more on Nintendo. It's just that they just need to prove they can make a game, and maybe...
I just feel like Nintendo just isn't interested in, like, they don't want to take risk with Mario. Like,
I think they now see Paper
anymore.
Mario as just a game you can pump out to get numbers.
Basically, they like they're Mario. Like, they've become so much more protective over it that they're just like, no, all of you, no. We do this and that is it. No one else touches Mario.
You know what's a good example of that? You know, the last Mario game with a lot of creative love put into it. New Mario game, not like re-release of one. Mario Maker 2. Think about it. That's the last time. Like, you ever felt like that? This is the last Mario game other than Odyssey. You know, Odyssey feels like they fucking injected it with life.
Right.
Well, you said Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, but like the last game after that, like
I would argue more like I would say like more Odyssey than Mario Maker, because it's a sequel to a game. And
That's true.
It's not that different.
But like, other than that, like, have they done anything with Mario where you're like, I could tell the creators had a lot of love in this game.
They
really wanted to make it.
Do it either.
Yeah, like that. You kind of look at
Super Mario games. Do we even need to go into the?
I mean, do you look at the Mario All-Star Saga collection?
Sure.
Do you look at it and go, that's made with a lot of love, and go, that's 3 games put together for $60 to meet a quota?
Yeah.
Or the 3D World port. That's just a game put together to make a quota. And then, you know, Origami King. That's a game that's there to make a quota. Is it written funny? Yeah, but guess what? That's from the localizers.
Exactly.
It's probably funny in Japanese too, but that is not even the developers. So if your one thing is the writing is good, the developers in a very small part, or in a part, made the experience. The writers made your video game good.
I feel like they know they can keep, no matter what they do. It's kind of like Pokemon, where they know they can make money off of anything Mario.
But I hope at least Paper
But, like,
Mario will. I feel like the fans know now. Three
But the thing
what do you call it? After Sticker Star 3, Color Splash 2, Origami King, I think, and then the one before that being a 50-50 game, you know, Super Paper Mario.
Right.
I think the fandom realizes they got 2 really good games, and they can kind of ignore the series because now it's wearing its skin.
Like, it's like Pokemon. We have like 3 generations of and then and there are people that are just like, well.
Although, to be fair, Odyssey is way better than like anything Pokemon's produced in the last 10 years.
Oh my.
So like.
Well,
hands down.
You can tell that they love making 3D games so much more than 2D games. Like, yeah.
Because they don't make 2D games anymore. They told us to do it twice.
Yeah, right. That's what they did.
So, like,
they tried to make the same game 5 times.
the thing is with Mario in general, however, like, let's just go off the example of the games that have released on Switch, not Origami King. Let's just talk about the 2 that happened beforehand, which happened the same year, which were Super Mario Party and Mario Tennis Aces.
Alright, that too.
Okay. Both of those games were from like they were from the same developer, sure, who ended up learning the error of their ways of don't have the cast in the same fucking vehicle.
Yeah, or use the same gimmick in terms of
or just make your thing go big. I mean,
yeah, that's a bad gimmick. I'm sorry.
Like, that's terrible. I mean, Pokemon stole that, but, you know.
I mean, technically, yeah. You could think.
And then they decide, oh, let's just make it like Megas. And it's just like, oh god, I fear for Gen 4 remakes.
Oh my bro.
Oh man, the Underground's gonna be the fucking Dynamax adventures. And we're gonna get Gigantamax starters instead of fucking Megas, which everyone fucking wants, but you know, we're not gonna give them what they want.
Do not bring it into this world.
Anyways. So if they could learn the error of their ways, if Camelot can, and they suck, and like they're getting there, you good?
Yeah.
Allergies?
Just my eyes are just dry.
Like those games, like and they could, you know, get better.
I forgot to sign in.
Oh god.
That was an hour ago, bro.
You know, like, oof.
7.
Oh, okay. So it's not like you missed me type.
Yeah.
But like you understand that, but they got better, and I feel like Paper Mario can eventually
there's
get better.
definitely hope. I
There's
wouldn't
hope.
be all depressing. That's
I haven't bought a Paper Mario like since Thousand Year probably. So
yeah, the Wii U one was colors.
yeah, it sucked.
Right? And then
It was literally
the
just
DS had one?
that was when everybody went just asked Nintendo, please stop adding the Koopalings to everything.
But was there one on the 3DS?
Sticker Star,
Sticker
which
Star.
was like the start of like
Gotcha.
the really bad one.
Gotcha.
Ones, because even Super Paper Mario had EXP.
What was that one on?
The
The
Wii.
Wii.
Wii. Okay.
But it was
That
also a
one you played.
platformer,
Yeah.
which
right.
is super weird.
Right. It's not like an.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Paper Zelda, I just think it'd be cool.
Oh, yeah,
just
that's what we already have.
just
Yeah, I forgot how we got
just
right.
literally just make it like the old Paper Mario. Just give it to 2000 to 2000 IS team. I'd be set. Jack, you have any more? Or?
Nah, I kind
No,
of expunged
just want me
all mine.
to go through the rest of my list. Mario has done every single sport of genre except for football. I would really like to see them tackle football because you know it's an American pastime. They're trying to go through the West. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's also probably why, because you know,
Because we're the only ones who play that game.
but I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. It would probably sell 1 million copies at least here.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I think Sonic should get Sonic Maker at some point. I think that'd be cool. Like, in 2D
The
format.
classic.
Yeah, classic, yeah.
Like, you did Sonic Rush too, right? Probably.
Probably like Sonic Rush you could do in that format.
That'd be cool. I like Sonic Rush too.
And then fans can not only shit all over like that, but like, yeah.
Have you guys ever played Sonic Rush too?
No.
I have played Colors on the DS, which basically Rush 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Sonic Brotherhood, which was their
All the
JRPG.
games, yeah. I've played
It had
that.
Sonic, Tails, Amy, another Echidna
Yeah.
from the future, and I believe Omega.
Because back then, like, I was more into Sonic games, or like mainly one on the DS. So like, I played that. I've played not to completion, but I played
Neither
the
have
first
I.
2 Sonic Rush games. They're good.
I have down, I think Avengers would be really good as a story-driven RPG. You know? Like, I think it'd be, like, really cool, like, pretty much what I would want out of that game is just take
Wait,
Just
here.
take
Kidding,
the
kidding.
story.
I'll be right back. I just gotta log in. It doesn't mute right away. Because this teacher's smart. You guys can keep talking.
Just take the story of the Avengers game. Just put it into a good game.
Good game.
My last one, and God, I hope this doesn't lead to more discussion because
Oh god, it's Pokemon, isn't it? I'm muted.
it's just a Pokemon action game. I would just like to see Pokemon.
Cool.
You know, like how have you guys seen Yokai Watch 4 gameplay?
No.
I thought we watched it.
Well, we did. Yes, we did.
We did?
No, I think me and him
Me
did.
and him.
Like I think it was like after we recorded Skyward Sword.
Something like that. I know it was just like me and you that day.
Yeah, or maybe it was. And like I really liked it. And like I think like gameplay like that could so work for Pokemon just because I feel like action RPG I think would just be cool for it.
That would be cool.
That's it. That's all I got.
Right.
You know, and maybe they can make a better game, not leading into a tangent than actual Pokemon. I don't know who I'd give it to. I don't know who's good at action RPGs. If only I knew the makers of the action RPG genre. Does anybody? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. I think Square could be a good one to give because Final Fantasy VII's are really good.
Yeah, but they also made Avengers. It's like...
Yeah, no. Well, they gave that to Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes
That's like their West team. That made Just Cause and Tomb Raider.
That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, like why would
that
they give that to
explains
the Japanese team?
Right. That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, just give it to the Final Fantasy VII team.
Yeah. Or like Ben and Namco. They make action.
Namco would be
Tales
good,
are
yeah,
action
Tales.
RPGs.
Actually, that's a better way to do it because when you run into an enemy, maybe you get like multiple or whatever. If you got multiple people, yeah. So that's all I got. This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Until next time.
Until next time, gamers.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.